You don't do that anymore. Do you host a show like a?
No. I mean, so I do a show called The Depraved once in a while, where it's like a super dirty show.
Yeah.
I should fucking do it out here. You guys should do it. I should just do one day. I should come out and fucking do a one-nighter at Comedy Connection, because it's really fun. You have to start with whatever you consider your most fucked up joke.
Oh.
So whatever it is, and you got to dig yourself out of a hole.
Nice.
That's the idea.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that's fun. A great premise.
What's your most fucked up? You don't got to tell the joke. What's the most fucked up premise you have?
I know one.
I know one. Yeah. So it's a joke actually. It's have you ever met a real skinhead?
Like an actual skinhead?
Yeah, like a KKK member or something.
I mean, I knew some like straight up real deal racists from where I grew up, like up in the woods.
The conversation is always cringe. I met two. The conversation was just cringy as shit. Like, we will protect you. I'm like, dude, you ain't protecting shit. you couldn't box your way out of a paper bag, dude. You'd probably panic and shit your pants if the cops came. Like, they're all over there. So now I just have
you
like
don't really encounter too many skinheads anymore.
Nah, they're like low key.
Yeah,
because they somehow think that we're like fucking like this.
Oh yeah, I know. Do you guys get that a lot? I'm assuming, because I get that a lot. Once in a while, I'll be on the road and some guy will come up to me and he's like a real racist, and he'll just try to like relate to me with real racism, and I'm like, dude, I'm brown. What are you doing? Like, I get that we play racist on the internet.
If you were really racist, you should be tying my ankles together and dragging me from a truck. Like,
yeah, you're the worst racist ever. You paid to see me perform.
I feel like you would watch me fuck your wife, dude.
Yeah,
like, this is sad.
No, I think racism is genuinely funny, like legitimately. Like I like all of, like, just as a category of comedy, I think racist comedy is fucking hilarious. I grew up on it. We just grew up telling racist jokes
nonstop.
It was the best.
It was the best of times.
What was your favorite street joke as a kid? Your favorite racist street joke?
If there were 3 apples on the table and Jamal took one, what color was Jamal?
There's no punchline. That's just the joke.
Like, I always love that, like, diversionary. Like,
that's great.
2 apples or 1. That's fine over here. How about yours? What's your favorite street racist joke?
Why do Indian girls have that red dot on their forehead? Because people keep on going up to them being like, you are so fucking ugly. Damn.
God damn it, that's Sam's favorite?
I'm trying to think if I even remember anything like that.
It's like the spray paint the nostrils joke. Remember that one? Like, why do blacks have big nostrils? Because when God spray painted him, he held them up by the nostrils.
Yeah.
That joke. I like when this we had like I was with Adam Friedland one night and we're just doing all the drugs in the world, and it was just like me and there was like 2 black dudes there, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, I don't want to sit here and pretend like my dad wasn't fucking screaming here from the mountaintops my entire childhood. Like, he was like, what, you want me to lie to you as a friend, as a liar? They were always like nonstop. I just don't know what world you grew up in. Everybody's family was just screaming it from the mountaintops.
Yeah, my mom was pretty racist. It was the Jews though.
Good for her.
Really didn't like the Jays. She was way ahead of her time. Honestly, dude, nobody was talking about the Jays.
Would
she was back in '88.
Would she like to come over to my house for dinner?
She's quite dead.
Oh shit!
It's just fucking.
Well, I know what I have to do. Buy flowers for an estate. Start a charity.
It's fucking. Dude, yeah, she was really like racist against you, and it's kind of funny because like people are like, dude, are you worried about Alexa like listening to your household? And I'm like, well, I'm not actually a piece of shit in real life. Like, I'm not walking around my house being a piece of shit. It's only on the podcast. I say all the fucked up shit I actually say where I shouldn't say it when I'm on camera on microphone.
Yeah.
But in my house, I'm just a normal dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not screaming. You're not reading Mein Kampf to the kids.
I also don't want my kid to like, even like I do have like obviously certain bigotries and shit. Like we all do. It'd be ridiculous to say we don't. I just don't want my kid to have a memory of me being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, I don't ever want my kid to have a memory, because when it eventually he does go on the internet and he reads some of these articles that have been written about us, like, he's going to be like, oh shit, is my dad a piece of shit? And I'm like, no, my dad's never been racist, sexist. He's never been bigoted.
Yeah.
He's literally never been nothing but accepting and fucking loving to everybody in my life. So that is like, that keeps me on the straight and narrow. Do you have kids?
I have two daughters.
Yeah, dude. It changes everything.
Oh, yeah.
How old are they?
I have a 5-month-old and a 4-year-old.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
It starts to fuck you up as soon as they start. The first time they touch a phone and they start looking on the internet, they're like, fuck.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. My wife didn't say any N-word, and her father looks like the fucking head of the fucking Klan.
Yeah.
And I was like, you lying sack of shit. And he was the head of the state police.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, come on, give me a break. And then like I can't, I grew up in a car dealership, so it's like everything flowed. But yeah, I mean, I just don't want to sit and pretend. But yeah, no, you can't say it. Like we don't have any of that crap around. My wife's just like, no, none of that shit. And I'm like, all right. She's like, no, none of the jokes.
Well, that's the thing. It's for, we try to be entertaining. We try to be provocative and say fucked up shit. And that's that. I don't try to be provocative to entertain my kid. I fucking play baseball.
I try to provoke people in my personal life. I know. I try to be as upsetting as possible.
Every time the kids are around, you're like, what's that smell?
I'm incredibly hard. I'm incredibly hard to be around.
I smell a black person near here.
Hide your wallets. That's the guy that took my bike. Just kidding, honey. No, I can't. I feel like my kids go to like a Catholic school, and I just the guy's like about it, and it would break my heart if my daughter ever slipped up and like let something crazy fly. That was like, oh no.
Yeah,
it'd be too embarrassing.
You just want them to be good kids.
Yeah.
Even like I don't even want him. I don't even want his friends to know that I do comedy. I gotta fucking yeah.
Do you have like a lie ready or like a what's your dad do? Right? Because you say comedian that like opens the door.
They all know, but I'm just fucking, dude. I don't ever want it to affect him. I don't ever want him to get bullied because his dad says the N-word on the internet.
Right.
And that's like, I feel like where we're going as like a generation. I live in Jersey, so it's different. So I'm thinking that like maybe it's a lot more like, oh, your dad's pretty cool.
Yeah, you'll probably be king of the king of the kids in real, because if you knew anybody on YouTube or a celebrity now is like a big, his friends are probably like losing their fucking mind.
No, his friends think it's pretty cool, but eventually
Just start streaming video games.
I do stream video games poorly. I'm so bad.
Nice.
Are you bad at video games or are you bad at streaming?
I'm bad at video games.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I've gotten okay. I play Warzone. I'm not terrible. I've gotten okay at this point.
Does he?
But I'm so like, because I stream and also in Warzone you can't be like blatantly racist.
Yeah.
So I'm just mildly racist the whole time.
Yeah.
Like every time I encounter a black person, like I just start talking about where their father is. I'm like, you only have time because you don't know your father, right?
Immediately kicked off.
Then I have a parody song that I wrote, and I sing it every time there's a black person playing with me, and I sing, "I'm black, and I don't know my dad." And they're like, "What'd you say, motherfucker?" I was like, "That's right, you heard me." And then it's the best. I tell them I'm sure, like, "You white cracker." I was like, "That's right, I am white, the best race." It fucking rules. Dude, trolling black people on. I mean, I understand why people say the N-word so much on Warzone. Like, I completely get it.
It's funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But now they turned off proximity chat. So do you know have you played Warzone in a minute?
No.
So if you're near somebody like in a house, you'll hear them. Like if they're in the room next door, you can start talking. Like you're like, "Yeah, what's up, bitch? I'm coming to kill you." And then it just turns into like just people being as racist as possible.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
12-year-old baseball playing kids from Kentucky are like the biggest racists in the country.
But now they're using AI to pull out the N-words. So if you say the N-word, they're going to turn off your proximity chat.
Nice.
And proximity chat is such a fun part of the game.
We're gonna have to come out with new words.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah.
I tried doing that. I got in trouble I got an Instagram post taken down. It was what was it? We're calling ugly women.
Uggos?
No, calling them
Uggos is good.
No, it was like
Bastards?
chung or something.
Was this a while ago?
It was like a year ago.
Oh.
I was like, if you see an ugly woman out in the street, you gotta yell at her and say she chogging.
I vaguely remember this.
I think the double G is like the N-word's
You
got it
can't
all.
use double G's.
I know, but it's like
Get
it's
in
got
trouble
it.
for
Double G's, yeah. If I see two double G's, immediately I giggle to myself a little bit, no matter what the word is.
Clobbin.
I giggled.
Clobbin.
Clobbin. CLOBBIN.
Clobbin.
Yeah.
And I was saying, if you see an ugly woman, that's a clob.
I
That's
remember
good.
that now. I remember that.
We
now.
would call ugly girls in high school, we called them biscuits, like Limp Biscuit. We just call them a biscuit. That was like our
Nice.
code word for an ugly bitch. But
Yeah.
look at this biscuit.
Oh,
I like
wow.
calling them bastards.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
best.
When you see a woman, you say, that's a stupid bastard right there.
I had a friend who was just like I had a weird crew in high school. Like it was like, we didn't like, there were goth kids in my high school and there were like skater kids. And it was like straight up like 90s, like, you know, every archetype of kid. There was the jocks and then the black kids and like, and my crew was like all like the leftovers. So there was some kids who kind of skated. There was a goth kid who kind of hung out with our crew but didn't fit in with the goths. There was like one kid who was like on the hockey team who was like a fucking kid who was just like
misfit jock.
Sort of a jock who like hung out with our crew. And this kid was one of the funniest people ever because he was like hanging out with these weirdos and like just trying to be funny and like make everyone laugh. But he was also a jock, so he was like a dick. So we would just drive around. Dude, I remember one time he had a big gulp from 7-Eleven. And we're just driving past some fat chick, and he goes, "Hey, heifer." And then he just threw it directly into her chest, and it exploded onto her.
Damn.
And it was so mean, but it was maybe the funniest thing to this day that I've ever experienced in my entire life.
God,
I'm glad that guy is now a millionaire no matter what. Yeah, he's the funniest hedge fund manager.
That guy rules.
Yeah, I like that guy. I can identify with that guy. Yeah,
it was so I would have never done something like that in a million years.
Yeah.
I was not the kid to throw a fucking big gulp at an ugly girl.
Right, like a pop top soda.
Yes.
And there's something we did. I've actually been in a car. We threw a soda at a windshield and it exploded. In the funniest. We laughed so hard I pissed my pants.
Oh, it's the best.
It is the best thing. We used to have two pieces of shit cars and we used to hit each other in the cars and shit at stoplights.
Yeah.
And one time we threw a fucking like a soda right at the windshield and I was like, that's the funny. Every movie ever has to have sodas popping off and like sodas on windshields and shit. Oh. Who's that guy, man? What's his name?
Which guy?
The hockey guy.
Oh, what the fuck is his name? The fuck is his
It's almost
name?
like I want to find him.
No, dude, I really wish I could remember his name right now. Fuck.
What high school did you go to?
North Rockland High School.
Yeah, right.
North
just
Rockland,
fine.
baby boy.
Yeah.
Same high school as Flo, the progressive lady.
Really?
Mhm.
She's a
She's older.
UCB.
She's older.
She's a improv artist.
No, well, there you go.
Fucking-
There you go. I remember one time me and Kurt Metzger were hanging out. This is years ago. This is maybe before I even did stand-up. Because I told you I promoted shows and started producing shows before I ever did stand-up. So I knew all these guys before I started doing stand-up. And we went, this is actually the first night I ever hung out with Big J. Okerson. It was me, Big J. Okerson, Kurt Metzger, Jamie Kilstein, and Pete Holmes, who got fucking huge, right? Really like kind of a crazy crew of guys. And we went to go see one of the Star Wars movies. And at the end of the night, me and Metzger lived near each other in Brooklyn. We were getting a cab from Queens to Brooklyn. And the cab driver, we got a yellow cab. He asked us where we were going, but we just did the thing where we got in because we knew he wasn't going to take us to another borough.
Yeah.
So then he was like, "No, I don't want to take you." We're like, "Sorry, we got in. That's the law. Sorry." And we're just two big guys being bullies to this fucking Indian guy who's trying to go home.
Fair.
So he just starts driving on the highway and he isn't turning off where we need him to turn off. We're like, "Sorry, you got to turn off there." And he's just ignoring us. So we're like acting tough, but we're getting kind of scared because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and this Indian guy's like,
You laugh now, motherfucker. You won't laugh when you have 10 of my friends on your asshole.
So I remember we had gone to 7-Eleven to get slushies. And he stops at a light where we get out because we know like we're not going where he's like, we're just driving further away from home.
Yeah.
So the guy had the window open like maybe that much. And Metzger had the slushie, and he was just like talking shit to him. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get you fired. I'm gonna call." He got the number off the back of the car, and the guy's like, "Whatever." And Metzger takes the slushie and he fucking throws it at the guy's window. It hits the window, bounces off the window, and smashes directly into Kurt Metzger's chest. And he's just covered in pink and green slushie. And the guy goes, "Ah!" and takes off.
No shit.
It fucking ruled.
I thought you were gonna say the other way around. Fuck.
No, that was that.